It looks like we have Drow Ranger going for the Helm of Dominator, so kind of deviating from typical Asian Lothers or early Manta builds. Despite having really good farm, if you have really good farm, some players really like to just make an early Manta. Meanwhile, we have a Kunkka with a Vanguard at bottom. So playing a bit more defensively despite having really good farm, so no early Battle Fury or no early Lothers. And we just see Kunkka just dominating the lane, and this is really due to a lack of wards from the Scourge team. There is no defensive ward placed in the jungle of the Sentinel, so they don't know if there's any incoming ganks or anything like that. So Kunkka can play very offensively and very aggressively. We see a really nice torrent going off. Meanwhile, a bit of a convergence at top.
Yeah, as there's a big gank coming down, another nice Fisher. We've been seeing some nice Fisher in this tournament as Witch Doctor gets polished off very, very easily. And just to move away from this game, I'm going to talk about how this tournament has progressing. This is the final game between DTS versus EHOME. EHOME has came out of the winner bracket, so they're going into the final with 1-0 lead. So if EHOME does manage to win this game here, although it's kind of, well, it's not going into the advantage of EHOME, but if they do win this game, they will be the champion of ESWC. But there is a, quite a long game that we could watch to see how this is going to be. But surprisingly, despite having horrible farm on the Medusa, they are leading 5-2 right now.
Yes, if they do win this game, they will be the champions, undefeated in the entire tournament, which is actually pretty awesome. And I just want to, after Restocker mentioned the warding, I just looked around a bit, and you can see that DTS has not a single rune up. All the runes are on the map, I'm pretty sure, are from EHOME. And whoa, I just totally missed that. Someone fill me in on the gank on how Light died. Anyone see that?
Oh, actually, I didn't.
I did not see that either. So
yeah.
But it's just another kill for Medusa, I guess. Despite having really low farm, she is 2-0 in the hero kills. So she's when you really when you die in a lane, it really gives the opposition so much time to farm. Meanwhile, there's a really nice kill on bottom from the Kunkka player on the Razor, so very well done there to pick up art style. Meanwhile, it looks like he's going to trade his life. That Maledict just going to eat away at Kunkka. He's going to get picked up. We'll see if Nevermore is able to get the kill, and he is not. So that's kind of the trade-off, I guess, when you pick Witch Doctor. I don't know what your opinion is on this, guys. When you have the Maledict going down, it seems the Witch Doctor gets a lot of kills he doesn't necessarily want to get.
I think it's quite alright. Sometimes it's better to see rather Cure just run away. They do get the kill here, and it looks very interesting that Crystal Maiden has picked up a level 4. He has picked up Nova at level 1, so a little bit of commentating on that as we see Earthshaker and everyone meeting in the forest. Looks like Drow Ranger is going to be casting some silence and slow. If they could catch up, I think they will be okay top now. So
yes, and DTS finally throwing down some wards, and as you talked about Witch Doctor, I think Maledict is an awesome skill. Like you say, he gets some kills he doesn't need, but usually if those are the kills that are taken by like the final Maledict, then those are usually kills that you probably would not have gotten without Maledict. So I think it is actually still the very awesome skill. So gank coming at top, CM getting killed, and now Witch Doctor is running around. Medusa just cast his ult, and Light is in trouble. Light is in big trouble. He's getting attacked by Dusa, but Dusa at this point has no EXP, and that Fisher failed to block it off. But look at them slowly eating away at Light's EXP and finally killing them.
And wow, it looks like there's some nice communication. I was gonna say they were gonna miss both the kills on Witch Doctor due to that having the Voodoo Restoration there, but that Dusa just pulling out like high damage there. He just got a power tread agility out of nowhere, I guess due to those a couple of nice hero kills. But she is DPSing quite nicely at this point of the game due to Mystic Snake and having, I guess, very squishy heroes on the other side. As this Crystal Maiden is going to take a couple more arrow shots to a very, very fragile HP.
Yes, as you said, Dusa actually shouldn't. I don't expect him to have that much DPS at this point in the game, but I guess there is. And look at Kunkka with a nice boat torrent boat torrent combo at bot, forcing SF to cast a really horrible ult in the corner. And I think yes, he is going to take down VS though. Nice kick, very nice play by Kunkka. I've seen 2 boats take down Razor already thus far in the game.
Yep, I'm just very interested to see what Kunkka's going to make from this point on. We'll see if he goes into the Lothers, BKB, or Battle Fury. I think if he does have the most farm on the team. However, I'm not sure if that's gonna be indicative of the most DPS, especially in the mid game. Meanwhile, we have a really nice kill on the Witch Doctor at bottom once again. So Kunkka just destroying the DTS team at this point, and he really knows that he can stick around and just fight this Nevermore with his Vanguard. So no DPS hits from Nevermore, and he's just gonna cleave the crap out of him.
Yeah, with this kind of level disparity, keep in mind Nevermore has not even left his lane, and he's pretty much CSing every single creep down there. And he look at his he's really stacked Stream Shreds, Vanguard, and I mean he's gonna pick up some items now. No, yeah, but he's really DP. Okay, they're just gonna go into that Lothar's Edge, and yeah, why do you think he's gonna go into Lothar's Edge? Usually, I see. Is it more of a defensive purposes, or what do you think it's gonna be for?
I think it's definitely, well, it's both, because that first hit on Lothar out of the Lothar's Invis has the extra 110 splash, and that in a team fight is actually so much DPS, because it goes, say if it goes on to 3 heroes, that's like 300 extra DPS right there. And it's been a thing it's been a really popular on Kunkka lately with getting the Vanguard and the Lothars to have both survivability and offensive and defensive needs. And now there's a huge fight on top again, and I'm a bit tired, so if you'd like to talk about this, Restocker.
Alright, meanwhile, there was actually a really quick gank on Razor before all the action at top. I'll talk about everything I can see. We have really nice raises coming from Dendi to pick up the Earthshaker player. We'll see if they're able to pick the Dusa. Dusa is going to try a TP, and there are not going to be any casks, so Dusa makes it out alive. Meanwhile, right before that, Razor got picked off from just a typical textbook play. We had a stun from Venge into a torrent from Kunkka, and they just DPS'd him down. So we have kills being produced from both sides. Despite that, we have EHOME, who is definitely taking the lead at this point, 15-6. And as we said earlier, EHOME has been trampling every opponent. The only real game that was even close was EHOME versus TEG, and even that was only pretty close for the first 10-15 minutes. After that, EHOME kind of started to just pull away.
As we see another initiation on the tap on the bottom lane, looks like they will pick up that Venge. As a result, Venge will be going down. They did not pick up Razor, so finally a skirmish that EHOME cannot brag about there. And as Razor actually still being forced back after that barrage as well being tossed by Kunkka. But really quick, going back to the recap on the top fight in the 4 is that 3 heroes initiate on the line, but still a quick impale into a finger, polished off the Crystal Maiden before the Lion died. And that's the advantage of having a solo mid line, is that he will have the level advantage, he will have the item advantage, and you could really kind of pick fights with the other support heroes that doesn't have that kind of advantage that they're dealing with. So it seems like EHOME is gonna really take this game home. No pun intended, I guess. And really, this is a proud day for Chinese. I don't know. Maybe is it too early to call it, but it's really a huge advantage, especially considering you have Dusa, which is not really a good early game hero. They are really winning this handily.
Yes, Dusa is kind of coming back from his early game slump with, I see, 59 creep kills already. And as you were just talking about Lion's item advantage, do you see that blink dagger on him? That is absolutely crazy. I mean, maybe due to having the VS on their team, he has not been warding, but still at 16 minutes, he had his blink dagger, and that is just